On August 29, 2005, Hurricane Katrina struck the Gulf Coast. It was not the strongest hurricane in American history, but it became one of the most devastating. Not because of wind alone, but because the system failed. When the levees protecting New Orleans collapsed, an American city began to drown. Katrina began as a tropical depression over the Bahamas. It strengthened rapidly over the warm waters of the Gulf of Mexico. By August 28th, it had reached Category 5 strength, one of the most powerful classifications possible. Winds exceeded 170 miles per hour. Evacuation orders were issued. Thousands left. But many stayed behind. Some had no transportation. Some believed the levees would hold. They had held before. New Orleans is unlike most American cities. Large portions of it sit below sea level. The city depends on an extensive levee system, walls, barriers, and pumps to keep water out. Engineers had long warned that a major hurricane could overwhelm the system. But funding delays and design weaknesses persisted. When Katrina made landfall near Louisiana and Mississippi, the storm surge pushed enormous volumes of water toward New Orleans. The levees were tested, and they failed. Several levees breached along the Industrial Canal and the 17th Street Canal. Water rushed into the city. Entire neighborhoods flooded within hours. In some areas, water reached rooftops. Residents climbed into attics to escape rising water. Some broke through ceilings to avoid drowning. Electricity failed. Communication lines collapsed. Emergency services were overwhelmed. The Superdome, designated as a shelter of last resort, filled with thousands of stranded residents. Conditions deteriorated rapidly. Approximately 80% of New Orleans was underwater. Boats navigated through city streets. Homes floated off foundations. Hospitals were forced to evacuate without power. Helicopters rescued survivors from rooftops. For days, many residents were trapped without food, water, or medical care. The images shocked the world. This was not a distant disaster. This was an American city. Katrina exposed vulnerabilities beyond weather. Investigations later revealed design flaws in the levee system. Some flood walls were built on unstable soil. Funding for reinforcement projects had been delayed. Emergency response coordination was slow. Communication breakdowns between federal, state, and local agencies worsened the crisis. Nature triggered the event, but human systems amplified the damage. Over 1,800 people died. Hundreds of thousands were displaced. Entire communities were permanently altered. The economic damage exceeded $125 billion. Many residents never returned. Katrina became a symbol, not only of natural disaster, but of inequality and systemic fragility. In the years that followed, New Orleans rebuilt. The levee system was redesigned and reinforced. Billions were invested in flood protection. Emergency management reforms were implemented nationwide. But the memory remains. Katrina changed how America thinks about infrastructure, climate risk, and disaster preparedness. Hurricane Katrina was powerful, but storms have struck before. What made Katrina historic was not just wind. It was water and the collapse of protection. It was the moment an American city drowned, and the nation was forced to confront how vulnerable it truly was.